Tua Tagovailoa is changing up his off-season routine. We're going to talk about that and some meetings that the Dolphins had during the Combine. What is up, Finn fans? This video, I totally expect that this video is going to have a unified comment section where everyone is just happy that Tua is doing something new, trying something to better himself for the team so we have a chance at winning a championship. I have a feeling in my stomach that that's what the comment section is going to be like. It's just going to be unified. Everyone's going to be like, Tua is trying something different from his normal routine. He's trying to win. He's putting his best foot forward. I have a feeling that's what the comment section is going to be like. I don't know why. I don't know why. We're going to talk about it, though. Who wrote this article? Damian Parson wrote this article. It's on A to Z Sports. And we're going to go over it. But I want to talk real quick about some things that I missed. First being this. Oregon center Jackson Powers Johnson, Miami Dolphin fan, formally met with the Dolphins at the NFL Combine this week. JPJ called McDaniel an amazing coach and said it would be an honor to play for him. And it would be an absolute honor if we can get him at 21. But that man's stock is rising and rising and rising. And we have a ton of teams ahead of us that could potentially snipe him. I will say this. The last time the Dolphins took a guard/center with our first pick, it was Mike Pouncey. And that panned out pretty well for us. Now, this is all stuff I'm going to talk about at the end of the month. When we start talking draft, I'm going to talk strategy. I'm going to talk prospects. I'm going to do mock drafts. I'm going to do mock drafts with trades. I'm going to react to mock drafts. So much. And I'm going to have people on. Bro Schmo's going to come back on. I'm going to try to get Kyle Krabs on. I'm going to try to get Reason on. I'm trying to get all these people on that know more about college football than I do so we can break it all down. Hit the subscribe button. If you're excited for the draft, not only just free agency, hit the subscribe button. And then we met with one other individual, and that is tackle Patrick Paul. You can see here, formally meeting with the 49ers, the Bills, the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Dolphins, the Ravens, the Browns, Titans, Panthers. And he met informally with the Patriots and the Texans. But he did meet with the Dolphins, so the Dolphins are doing their due diligence with the offensive line. But JPJ, like that's who I want at 21 as of today. There's different options, and again, I'm not in the mindset of draft yet. I've been dabbling, and with the combine and everything, I've been really looking into some players that I want, especially tight ends. If we can't get certain tight ends that I want, I kind of like some guys that we could possibly pick up later. So I'm getting there, but I got to turn it off real quick because we got to do free agency because that starts next week, and this week we got a lot of free agency stuff, but this popped up, and I thought it was very interesting. So again, A to Z Sports, written by Damian Parson. He said, the Miami Dolphins star quarterback Tua Tagovailoa is coming off a strong 2023 campaign. He led the league in passing yards with 4,624, tied with fellow AFC East rival Josh Allen for fifth in passing touchdowns with 29, and he had a great season statistically. Despite their overall success this past season, there's still room for growth for the Dolphins single caller. More importantly, Tua could be on his way to an even better season. That's what I want as a Miami Dolphin fan. Literally, our quarterback could be I'm trying to think of someone that's extremely like Gardner Minshew, and I would still back my man because he's a Miami Dolphin quarterback. Plain and simple. Unless you really suck and it's time to move on, then it's time to move on. While at the NFL Combine, I discovered that Tua has finally hired a personal quarterback coach. That was an interesting development to find out. He has not relied on a true offensive quarterback coach / trainer as most NFL quarterbacks do. Now, he has worked with Nick Hicks, which he's going to talk about, and Nick Hicks has different things that he works on. Now, Nick Hicks that has his own trainers. Nick Hicks has his own building, has his own program. So he has quarterback coaches and he has guys that work on this and work on that. So it's not that Tua hasn't had a quarterback coach or Tua hasn't worked in that aspect of his game. This is just another one that they're going to put forward, and Nick Hicks actually responded to that by saying, every offseason we've evolved the plan. This one is my all-time favorite. Y'all ain't seen anything yet. So obviously, like I said, he's working on things. One thing about the Dolphins star quarterback is that he keeps a tight knit. He has relied on his trainer, Nick Hicks, to improve his strength and physical build. The issue is Hicks does not specialize in quarterback coaching that will improve throwing mechanics, footwork, etc. Like I said, he has a group around him. More star quarterbacks and even non-star quarterbacks employ a professional off-season quarterback trainer. Well, until 2024, Tua did not. This can improve his game and push him forward, like correcting slight overextension with his left foot, shorten his throwing motion to activate more of his arm without drawing back as far as to generate force. Love it. Let me continue reading and I'll give you my full idea, my full assessment of this. Although Tua is not the most physically gifted quarterback on the planet, adjusting the simple minute details can improve the game. This is a critical heading into 2024 with a contract extension waiting in the wings potentially. Regardless, it is good to see Tua working with the real quarterback trainer / coach. It is enough to bypass a rookie quarterback in the 2024 NFL draft. Time will tell. I love it. I love the fact that he is doing something new and he's doing something to better himself for the team and to get us a possible championship, to move us further in our advancement to try to get a championship. He's not just like, oh, what I'm doing with Nick is working. What I'm doing with Nick and his guys is working. I am getting better year in and year out. He is noticing things that he needs to work on. He is noticing the things that he needs to get better at. And he said there's 4 things he needs to work on, and he didn't touch upon that. Now, everyone and their mother has come up with things that the 4 things he needs to work on. We all talk about the off-script plays he needs to do more often. We talk about the clutchness at the end of games, especially at the end of the season. He needs to do it more often. We talk about, more consistency in some of his passing, all that stuff, giving himself more time. We all have our 4 things that will make Tua better. And for him to go out, now, yes, I will say this. I wish he would have done it year 2 as an NFL quarterback. 100% I will agree with that. He waited a little too long. It is now year 4 as 5 as an NFL quarterback. It's a little late, but it's better late than never. But still, you should have done it a little bit sooner, my man. Because there is certain aspects to his game. You watch Kurt Warner break down his film, not last year, but the year before in 2022. You watch him break down his film last year, and you notice his tendencies where sometimes he'll try to throw deep balls and he leaves himself open. He doesn't lead that foot when he's throwing it. For him, it'd be this way because he's a lefty. He doesn't lead the foot, so a lot of times that's why the balls tend to air out. They tend to rainbow on him because of his mechanics. If bringing in a professional quarterback coach for the offseason when he's not with the team takes those little things and makes them better, and we see the difference, sky's the limit. Now, will it? I don't know. Won't it? I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, nope. Because we were sitting here last year like, can he stay healthy? I don't know if he could stay healthy. Can he? I don't know. Will he? I don't know. And he did. He's got to get it together. I've talked about it time and time again, and I'm going to make a video. I'll probably do it after the draft because, like I said, these next 2 months are going to be crazy busy on the channel. But there is a moment last season when I was watching Tua. Now, there's a list of things that people think he doesn't do that I'm going to talk about, and there's a list of things that he needs to work on that I'm going to talk about. If you know me and you actually listen to the things I say, I am very even keel when it comes to Tua because I see Tua as the Miami Dolphins quarterback. I don't see him as Tua Tagovailoa, Alabama quarterback. Oh my God, I liked him since college. Fun fact, I hated him in Alabama because I don't like Nick Saban. But then also I don't hate him because of his shortcomings that have affected the team. I look at all things and I give you a very unbiased, equal, assessment of Tua. But this last season, there was one point in the season that I was like, we need that from you, Tua, for 17 games. You know what? I won't even see 17 games. We need that from you, Tua, for December and January. And I'm going to show you when I break it down because, like I said, I'm going to do a film breakdown and everything for Tua. It was the Dallas Cowboys game. And the Dolphins needed a first down. And it was a screenplay to Tyreek Hill. And if you go and watch that clip from Hard Knocks, it shows the compassion, the love of the game, and the control he has of not only the offense, but the team. Because Mike McDaniel is like, hey, do you want to run this play? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. I trust you. And he goes, okay, cool. And then Mike McDaniel goes to talk to Tyreek, and Tua goes, no. Don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. Mike, go back. Don't talk to him. Like, just completely, took it over and gets in the huddle, and he's looking at Braxton Berrios, and Tyreek Hill is to his right, and he goes, Tyreek, this ball is coming to you. I need you to catch it, and I need you to get this first down. Tyreek is here. But Tua knows I'm not going to talk to Tyreek. I don't want McDaniel to talk to Tyreek because the opposing defense is going to know it's going to Tyreek. And it was the play where we had the motion, the corner slipped, got the ball to him, got the first down, ended up eventually getting the field goal. A lot of people look at that Cowboys game and don't give Tua the credit for helping us get the win because of the amount of field goals we kicked, not looking at the stuff on the field, the minute things that helped us win that game. And that's what a lot of people that don't like Tua will kind of look at the stats and say, oh, you can't really look at the stats because of this and that, da. But then you look at the games like the Cowboys game where he didn't put 300 yards up. He didn't throw for 3 touchdowns. And people say, he didn't do anything in that game. Why are you giving him credit? It's those little things you got to pay attention to. It's like watching football. I used to just watch football and I was a ball watcher. I watched the ball hit the quarterback's hand, him throw it to the receiver, and that's all I watched. I didn't watch the trenches. I didn't watch the blocking. I didn't watch the motion until I started really studying the game. That moment, I was like, that's the tool we need for all of December into January. Because that's the Tua that has the command of the team and knows what he's doing. So I'm hoping him bringing in this quarterback coach is going to give him the confidence he needs in his own abilities that he's able to do that year round. Because we've seen it. We saw him throw the touchdown pass to Jalen Waddle against the Jets, and he did the talking to me. We've seen him throw the touchdown pass to Jalen Waddle where he threw it and kind of just walked off the field because he was butt naked open. We've seen the no-look pass to Achane against the Broncos. We've seen essences and instances of Tua just having that swag to him. Tua just having fun, loving the game. No, this is his team. We need it when it counts at the end of the year. And that's what kills me as a Dolphin fan, because people say he can't do things when we've all seen him do it, but he doesn't do it when we need it. So I'm hoping Tua bringing in this quarterback coach, I said this probably like 9 times already, gives him that oomph. And it changes his throws. It changes his trajectory. It changes his dynamic, his mental fortitude, and his understanding of the offensive line. Because at some points last year, he kind of got spooked by things he usually didn't. It seemed like, and I've been looking at Tua a lot, and like I said, I'm going to be doing a whole video on it. It seemed like at points he knew how important these situations were that he didn't want to mess up. And by him not wanting to mess up, he overthought it. Because the more I'm trying to figure out what is going on with Tua, because he had a good game against the Eagles. A lot of people say he plays like garbage against the good teams. That's not true. He had a good game against the Eagles. He had a good game against the Cowboys. Like, he's had good games. And I think, again, I'm going to look more into it. I'm going to do more of my research. I could be wrong. I think he knows how important these games are, like the Ravens games, the Bills game, and that Chiefs game, those last 3 games. And he knows, I can't mess this up. I can't throw an interception. I can't take a sack here because we need this. And I think he gets in here a little too much. Because you look at the Chiefs game, they sent 2. Austin Jackson knocked his defender down. Tua took off running when he didn't have to. Tyreek was running across on a crosser, missed him. I think it was 4th down. He didn't have to run, but I think he thought to himself, there's a defender on my blind side. I need to get this first down or this game is over, and he overdid it. And that's something he's been dealing with since college that caused the hip injury, that caused the concussion against the Bengals, is he thinks he needs to do more than he does to overcompensate for other things. The interception against Buffalo, did not have to throw that pass to Claypool. There's these other plays, the interception against the Eagles, regardless if it was a pass interference or not, he didn't have to throw that pass to Mostert. There's different scenarios. The pass to Cedric Wilson against the Chiefs, if he kind of just situated himself and instead of worrying about this needs to happen now, he would have realized, oh, he's open, whoop, and throw it instead of drop back, boom, I know he's supposed to run this route, boom. Look, scan, and I'm hoping that having a quarterback coach puts him over. Because again, and I've reiterated this time and time again, I don't want to give him a contract extension because those things inhibiting him from taking that next level is what's inhibiting the Dolphins from taking that next level. I need to see him get over that stuff, and then I give him a contract extension. If you're going to pay him the highest paid quarterback now, you can do it next year. But like I said, we have no say in the matter, so it is what it is. But comment below. Let me know what you think about meeting with JPJ. Let me know what you think about Tua hiring a quarterback coach for the offseason. And that's the other thing. This is the last thing I'm going to say, and then we're going to move on because I have so many things to talk about with Tua in the offseason. Tua, the one thing about Tua you can't knock on him is his work ethic. That man works all offseason to get better, and I expect him to do it again this year. Let's see if it translates. But comment below. Let me know what you think about all this stuff. I will see you tomorrow in the next video. I think I'm going to talk about the tampering period and how it's more important than people think. But other than that, like usual, stay classy and fins up.